Hi, my name is Blanchard, and I'm here to talk to you guys about anxiety. So, to start, have you ever caught yourself overthinking a situation or overthinking small things that cause your body to start feel a sense of fear or have apprehension, or you start to feel your adrenaline pumping, or have you ever caught yourself worrying about things a little too much, thinking about things more than you should? And lastly, have you ever heard the saying, if it won't matter in 5 years, then don't spend more than 5 minutes on it? As humans, we tend to deal with stressful situations in life, whether it's work related, school related, dealing with a relationship or friendship, or even personal issues. These are the realities that anxiety feeds off of. From an article by the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, it is proven that anxiety is the most common mental health illness in the United States. It affects 40 million people, ages 18 and up, and that equals about 18.1% of the population each year. It is twice as likely to affect women as it does men, and the Department of Health and Human Services talks about 5 major types of anxiety: generalized anxiety, social anxiety, PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder, OCD, which is obsessive compulsive disorder, and then the panic disorder, which is what I'm diagnosed with. Now, my next question is, have you ever come across someone that literally thinks anxiety is made up in your head? Well, yes, and the people that agree are frustrated because at some point in their life, everybody experiences anxiety. Whether it comes from test anxiety, whether you get pulled over, or having to give a speech for your online class, everybody deals with it. Some are just affected in a more harsher sense and deal with it day to day. It's a natural human response and it just comes with everyday life. Anxiety is established from a complex group of risk factors, these being genetics, life tragedies experienced as a child, your personality, or even chemical imbalances in the brain. You must know that when you start to feel anxiety or you start to feel as what we call an anxiety attack, it is important to take a second to stop what you're doing and breathe and count to 10. Whatever you need to do to calm yourself down. Mental health fitness talks about how anxiety comes with emotional and physical effects. The emotional effects being you feel restless or you have a bad gut feeling or that you've lost your ability to concentrate. The physical effects come with a feeling of having a weight on your chest, a lump in your throat, or that you feel your sleep schedule has changed, whether it's you losing sleep or you're sleeping more or your change of appetite. A Lifehacker article actually says that anxiety affects the flight or fight response, and it never turns off, meaning you constantly have that sense of fear that something bad is going to happen. And with that being said, this is caused by nothing and no reason at all. It's just typically there. It's important to accept the reality, and it's important to know and be knowledgeable on not letting it become unhealthy, because it will take a toll on your body, mentally and physically. Luckily, there are ways to cope with anxiety, whether it's breathing exercises, taking the time to engage in yoga meditation, or even self-therapeutic activities like finding a hobby or for going to the gym. And for example, when you go to the gym, you release endorphins, and endorphins are our happy chemicals. Keeping your mind busy is the main important thing and will keep your mind distracted. It will prevent you from overthinking things and will result in you getting more work done. Now, for those of you who do not know what anxiety or an anxiety attack looks like, the website Everyday Health says that for doctors to diagnose a panic attack, they look for at least 4 of the following signs: sweating, trembling, shortness of breath, a choking sensation, chest pain, nausea, dizziness, fear of losing your mind, or dying, or feeling hot or cold or numb, or having a tingling sensation or a racing heart, feeling unusual, detached from yourself. These are all harsh realities of anxiety for those that didn't know what it came with, and it does come with obstacles that will block you from doing the things that you want to do, and it will get in the way of your everyday life. But there are ways to overcome it and ways to cope with it, whether it's going to ease it or get rid of it completely. If you face anxiety, just know that you're not alone. There's other people dealing with it, and there are ways to get yourself to be okay at the end of the day. Thank you for listening to my speech, and I hope you enjoyed.